I'm starting a cult and you guys are all gonna be a part of it. It is now time to choose our cult symbol. Don't think of the emoji as a texting thing, think of it as me literally coming to you and
branding it onto your skin.
Many members have mentioned an entity come and visit them. Was the entity the waning star itself, or maybe a mythical creature that guards the star? I'm putting cult member on my resume, guys, I did. So congratulations, once you fall asleep, I'm going to sneak into your home and carve it into your skin.
Have you ever wanted to join a cult? Yes, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with cults, whether it be the Heaven's Gate cult, the Yellow Deli cult, or maybe even the Swifties. Yes, cults are nothing new. They've been around forever. A group of people who have a strange religious-like devotion or obsession, often revolving around a single leader or a group of leaders. But I bet you haven't seen one come from TikTok, and that just so happens to involve a lot of kids. Yikes. Now, the whole thing might have started out as a joke, right? You know, there's nothing wrong with goofing around, coking and joking, maybe using the whimsy goth and mystical aesthetic in order to promote a brand or a channel or a movie. Hell, I mean, I'm wearing a t-shirt from the company Cult a Cult right now, and they're guilty of that in the name alone. But call me crazy, right? I mean, there is such a thing, as taking a joke too far. See, over this past week, something a little wacky happened. A seemingly unknown actress named Gigi Jarvis decided it would be a hoot and a holler to start her very own cult on TikTok. You know TikTok, the funny little dancing app that I also just happen to have an account on that you should go follow. Yes, if you've seen or heard any whispers in the dark corners of TikTok over the past week about the cult of the Children of the Waning Star, well, that's what it is. Like, if you've seen anyone with a little thumbprint emoji and star in like their name or bio, that means they were either intentionally or unintentionally a part of that cult little movement that's been going on the past week. Before I go any further though, I want to preface this. Don't go and harass Gigi or anyone with those emojis in their bio and their name or whatever. Like, just don't do it, please. Not on my behalf, not on anyone else's behalf. Like, don't do it, okay? Just don't. Now, this cult kind of spread like wildfire all across TikTok and other platforms like Reddit, and there's been all sorts of strange whispers and going on to this cult, like making sacrifices and altars to Gigi, some of them involving animals. Yeah, it's weird. Or even people like branding the cult symbol and tattooing it on their arms, or even weird schizo ramblings involving encountering the entity, the star entity that this cult worships. It's all very edgelord and just weird mystical stuff. Some of it's kind of funny because it's obviously just like rage baiting or like playing along with the joke, but some of it is also seems kind of like serious and real, as if the person who made the post actually like believes it to an extent. From everything I've seen of Gigi, right, I don't think she was intentionally trying to make this end up the way that it did. I think she is frankly just an idiot.
About starting a cult soon. No, you guys are going to be in the documentary about cyberbullying a girl from rumors caused by groupthink and fear-mongering. Users, you can still tell who's who because of the star next to it. So congratulations, once you fall asleep, I'm going to sneak into your home and carve it into your skin. Hey guys, so we're not going to use the word cult anymore to describe us. Which honestly makes sense, because we're just a community that uses dark aesthetics. No one is actually doing rituals or sacrificing an animal, I hope. Cult is a bad word and you should have known better. Okay, well, I didn't. I'm putting cult member on my resume, guys, I did. Pointing a finger at me. But guess what? We're on the same page, but I'm taking accountability and you're not.
What? Okay, look, I have no way of knowing if any of the branding or like the animal sacrifices is real or not. I have no way of knowing it for sure. Most likely it probably isn't. It's probably just rage bait or people playing along with the joke, most likely. But again, I have no way of knowing that for sure. That is just like what I think is most likely the case. And Gigi, if you happen to be watching this, just come in here for a second. Come here. I'm gonna level with you, Pookie. Let me level with you. My opinion. You fucked up. You were acting like a stupid bitch. Like, look, I'm pretty sure the whole thing was supposed to be a joke to begin with, just to have fun and maybe get her some attention online because she wants to, you know, build up a fan base because she's an actress. But you gotta be real with me for a minute. How did you not possibly think anything bad could happen by calling your group a cult? Like, all this jokes about branding your followers and like having these sacrifices of the week. Like, you realize that most of the people who are watching on TikTok, right, are kids. All right, these are children that you're like appealing all this to. Not even mentioning like the survivors of like real life cults, okay? Because cults are a very real problem, okay? Like, a lot of people have had to deal with that in real life, and now it's like you're trying to create this mass group to make like a joke out of it and to quote unquote start your own. Like, how did you not possibly see this going wrong? How did you not see this? Now, guys, recently she made like a half-assed apology, right? Like, she basically posted a text on her story and then made a little short video about it on her account. And like, most of it is just her pointing out people who were bullying and harassing her, which I'm sure was awful. Like, guys, please don't do that. Please don't ever do that. But she basically just blames everyone else for like, haha, JK, it was just a joke, guys. Like, what? She tried to dial it back and keep it going by saying, oh no, we're just a community in a safe space, like a family. And to me, that made it worse. That just made it worse, because that's what real life cults would do. Most real life cults start out that way, right? They don't just call themselves cults, like vast majority of the time. They'll call themselves communities, communes, safe places, family units, or just, oh, we're just here for fellowship. Real life cults use manipulation tactics, and they'll target vulnerable individuals or couples, and they'll lure them in with kindness, with money, with food, housing, fellowship, whatever. And then before you know it, you live in a compound with 50 other people, and then you get a knock on your door from like Dale at the middle of the night saying, I need to have sex with your wife. The new Garden of Eden must be populated with the seed of the Messiah. Or something like that. I don't know. Like something along those lines, you know? And guys, I get it, right? You want to have fun on the internet. Like, I completely understand. I love it. I love folklore and mystical aesthetics, and you want to have a good time and have supernatural or horror spooky fun. I get it, right? A lot of people just instantly believed all of the crazier shit related with the cults and Children of the Waning Star. They thought it was all real, and they just didn't bother to try to do more research or dig deeper on it. I get it, right? But at the end of the day, you gotta take responsibility, okay? You gotta take some level of accountability. You gotta be sincere with your apologies, and you gotta try your best to put a stop to it. I know once it leaves your mind and it's put out there on the internet, it's out of your control, right? But at the very least, you can try to end it. You don't gotta try to just blame everyone else for bullying you, which is awful. I think this should be a learning lesson. And the whole thing reminds me of the social experiment from back in the 70s, I believe, called the Third Wave. Remember, it was like basically the teacher managed to create a fascist regime out of his classroom within like a week. And it really was scary. It reminded me of that, for how people, especially kids and younger people, are susceptible to this kind of manipulation. And it's kind of scary. So do I think Children of the Waning Star is a real like cult? No, not in the traditional sense, I don't. Do I think there is a chance some real life people or animals could have potentially been hurt by this? Maybe there is a chance. Hopefully not. Guys, most likely this whole thing is just a little fad. Within a couple weeks, it'll all blow over and no one ever got hurt by this. They just got involved in a little online trend. But it's still scary to think about just how easily this like mass hysteria can spread through the internet, especially on platforms like TikTok, like that quickly. I just really wanted to talk about this because it really piqued my interest and also horrified me at the same time. And I'm saying all this as a guy who is mostly known for his horror related stuff. Like, I love the mystical, the supernatural, folklore. I love all of it. I love the aesthetics of it. It's a lot of fun. But, you know, like, there is going too far. You know, there is such a thing as going way too far with it, you know? We should be able to count this as a learning experience and move on and Guys, I don't think Gigi had any sort of ill intentions by starting this whole thing, but the scary thought is, what's to stop someone else from using similar methods who might have more nefarious intent with what they're doing? If you've ever been in a very dark place in your life, either in the past or currently, joining a cult is the last thing you want to do, and I understand that a lot of ex-members found themselves in one without even fully realizing it. They were just too far in at that point. And trust me, there is someone who cares about you and can help you even when you don't think so. Even when you think everyone is against you and there's just no way out of your situation, there is. Don't give up. I want everyone to stay safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of your friends and loved ones and people who really do care about you. And just try your best to stay safe out there. I know those are just words, but hopefully they might help someone out and help them keep that in mind. So guys, thank you for sticking with me to the end of watching this video. I just thought this whole Children of the Waning Star thing was crazy and wanted to talk about it. So just in case I don't see you, stay safe and have a good one. Goodbye.